Oui, c'est ici. Bonjour, bonjour. Bienvenue aux stations Hitz FM. C'est station Kabao. Chaleur et bon matin comme la journée à continuer. On dit c'est 26e jour en mois à août 2020. Nous comparons sous deux fréquences 92 points dans notre pays, 91 points dans tout le pays. Et nous avons gardé Channel 124 Underground TV. Moi, c'est d'ailleurs point encore.
Yeah. Together again.
The gray skies are gone. You back in my arms. Now where you belong.
The love that I knew is with me again.
And nothing else matters now. We together again. And nothing else matters now. We together again. Oui, commando, bienvenue pour la station. Aujourd'hui, c'est jeudi. Et quoi ça veut dire? Nous allons parler puis police. Et puis nous police ici là aujourd'hui. Mais à un moment où Kaiwayo aso Makamara. Makamara, regardez, Kaiwayo. Poiton. Oui, quand nous allons espérer aso, ultimement sur la prière nous avant nous mettre nous en guerre. So nous demandons mon qui a prédit pour couiller pour nous savoir qu'on nous gagne en identité la prière. So cette liste bienvenue à commando toute bagaille nous pour faire en manière bon Dieu qu'a aimé et qui a ban nous les souffles pour nous trois qu'on nous ici à so toute manière nous pour bali ti praise là et puis ti l'honneur à date nous pour bailler là. So c'est ici bonjour gozile en notre pays descend bien fort en sud pays avec nous toutes ces côtes là en Slawi Canaries et toutes les autres côtés. Les mots c'est 489 4781. Oui, hier, mon dimanche comme ça, Dr. Sigwe. Regardez, où t'es tellement ginger hier. Oui, moi t'es ginger. Il était là. Moi c'est Dan, bonjour, bienvenue pour la station.
Bonjour, Doc.
Comment vous êtes?
Qui ça chaleur qu'a fait bon matin?
Ah ben, moi même pas ça qu'a sorti chaleur, parce que tout à l'heure, les polices commencent à parler peut-être. Nous quand beaucoup de fireman.
Mais, Doc. Ou pas te dire moi hier soir les moi quitter ici ou pas te dire moi aujourd'hui ici à Tekai un mini police station.
Ouais les station police là c'est ici à aujourd'hui. So si personne a complain c'est ici à Yoni pour nous complain aujourd'hui parce que nous pas ni police en village seulement ici à c'est police station. Excellent nous y.
So nous ni complain unit nous ni criminal record nous
c'est nous qui ni. Yes I. Est-ce que la personne nous voulait dire bonjour par du temps nous casper?
Bonjour pour tout gens qui t'a cheré, là tout le monde qui a écouté. Bonjour spécial pour toi Buck Saint Lucie, my banker, Christelle Alexander. Very good morning to you. Bon, Swiss Men Association so ka bomwe parole. Bethel, bonjour. Big Mike, good morning darling.
Okay.
Monsieur Leroy, DJ Leroy, bonjour pour et toutes les autres là, Franklin, tout l'autre groupe Cassius Men Association, moi qui dis bien bonjour. Et Chebe là.
Ok. Eh bien, moi qui fait la prière bon matin. Bon matin, moi qui remercie bon Dieu pour nous les souffles et puis moi qui remercie bon Dieu pour faire nous ouais en l'autre jour encore. La demande bon Dieu pour bénir nous toutes, protecter nous from toutes vieux élèves Satan. Et puis, moun qui a souchimé, moi demande bon Dieu pour protecter you from accident. et puis tout danger qui dehors là. Merci bon Dieu pour protéger nous from vermin coronavirus là et puis mon commande bon Dieu pour tenir nous là et puis pour nous sabaler toute l'honneur avec toute prise là il mérite. Mon commande bon Dieu pour nous en général en bonne journée, béni station avec béni programme là dat nous kay ni bon matin dat moun kay ça indique à point pas du temps c'est police là qui a parlé pour ça indique que whole peuple là à ce qui manait loi pays à aller et que ça nous supposé faire pour changer quoi nous autre. Une bonne journée tout le monde en nom notre Seigneur Jésus Christ moi demander ça ainsi soit-il. All right. Oui, Nadi, bien bonjour pour toute maman et moi. Kendall Kedel, Annika Nasha, Dwayne, Zizi. Morella, good morning. I know you're preparing to go and feed your dog now. Because she and your clock at my do, depuis ouais café bon lait comme ça. Il a qu'à happy pour faire ça, vous oubliez. So, Nadi, bien bonjour pour et Nadi, bien bonjour pour tout le monde qui est en Timon actuellement là, qui a gardé. Comment donc? Nous pas cavé. Là, nous ici, nous pas cavé. Nous pas gardé. Yes, ça. Et puis, comment donc en notre pays, c'est 92.1. Et puis 91 points en sud pays. Et nous avons regardé Underground TV. So, on a dit bonjour pour management et staff Underground TV. Et puis, it's okay. Eh bien, bon matin, là, ouais, c'est police là, entré. Là, yo introduce quoi yo nous pour faire anti-exercice because moi que Mazeda pas qu'à faire exercice là avant police là entrer. So il a fait oui, nous savons déjà faire ça. Nous ca introduce yo et là il a fait yonka nous ca prend en commercial break. So c'est mon ami Inspector Chico comme la coutine, Inspector Chico position en position quoi pour ça pour position. Pas avec caméra d'eau because c'est mon caméra qui est derrière d'eau. Et moi ça c'est la niachai dans mon pays c'est ici qui pas main derrière d'eau bon matin mais c'est pas ça yo vinn nous. Oui, inspecteur Chico, bonjour, bienvenue pour ça, sûr.
Bonjour tout.
Ça rappelle. Mais je ça fait because pas madame ça il fait les son Kaili, pas mal ça.
Nous la catcher tout bail passer un bon matin.
All right. So moi on est un guest là. Même si moi connais non, mais c'est vous qui dit pour introduce les by ces gens place là. So introduce guest avant nous pour moi. Ou faire guest ça date il est pour exercice ou Alisa.
Oui, moi.
Ou Alisa. OK.
Il marche ici il y a gaspi.
Non, mais il est pour
so it had your warm up.
Oui, Mr. warm up.
Yeah, warm up. Okay, yes. Pas de problem. Okay, introduce guests. So, Mungai Waki Mungila.
Yes, morning, listeners and viewers. This morning it's my privilege to introduce Sergeant Compton of the City Police Department. Well, he's a sergeant, so he's in a supervisory position. I brought him here so that we can discuss his duties as far as it goes to the regulation of his business in the city. He has so much to do. He has a whole file, bigger than my file. So I want him to I don't want to steal his spotlight. I want him to come to educate us on what the city police is really doing. From a police standpoint, from the Royal St. Lucia Police Force standpoint, that's a magnificent addition to law enforcement in the city. I mean, prior to city police officers were always in short supply. And now, like the host, Dr. Secret said yesterday, you can almost guarantee that if an incident takes place in the city of Castries, the city police would be first on the scene. And I want to commend them. I have always supported them. I've always encouraged them. I've been to their office and see their plan, and it's a good work plan. Sometimes I even want to copy some of the things that they have.
Okay.
To introduce it to my station. So, I want the people to listen to the situation, what the sergeant will explain, and I am going to reassure him that the police, you have the police full support. Don't matter what people say. People don't like regulations, but laws. But the only way we can survive and to progress is for us to be taking care and observing regulations. So I want to support you, and I want the people and the listeners to listen and understand his role as city police.
Okay. Come and say hello to the people, and on this side here. Yeah, Inspector, come over here. Yeah, that's yours, and the camera is there. Don't look at me. I'm not the nicest guy. Look at the camera whilst you. Yeah, come right here. Come again. Okay. So you can see yourself. You can see yourself when you are not positioned properly.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you can tell the people morning, but when you see 4:15, put a stop, so I can take a commercial break.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Good morning, listeners and viewers. My name is Sergeant 17 Kamshan. Attached to the City Police Department. I want to take this opportunity to thank Hitz FM, especially Dr. Secret and Inspector Chico, for giving me an opportunity to let the public know the work that the City Police do on a daily basis in the city and the advantages and disadvantages they face on a daily basis. As you all have known and seen, that there are certain things that happen in the city of late pertaining to vending, obstruction of sidewalk, and different elements that affect the city. For areas persons have to vend and areas they don't have to vend. So I will elaborate a little more on that later on. But viewers, a lot of you all don't know the duties and the functions of the city police. I will go into detail what exactly the duties and functions of a city police. Majority of persons will see city police and say, look, these guys are not trained, they're on the streets, they just put them in uniform. But that's a blatant lie. I could assure you that. It's a blatant lie. So I'm going into the duties for a city police. A duty of a city police consists of conducting patrols, identifying offenses while you're on patrol, and when you're assigned to investigate summary offenses, not indictable. If it's an indictable matter, we refer it to the state police as the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. We ensure public safety. You have to be observant. Your eyes have to be an eye-opener to see what is happening in your surroundings. You have to follow procedures and perform statutory duties as assigned, meaning that is where the municipality comes into play. For example, cash escort from the market, different little things like that, serving letters for the council, all little things like that fall under the municipal part of it. Maintain records of arrests, offenses, damage to properties, lost and found items, keys, books, legal documents that are lost. We have a log book for that. Prepare an accurate, comprehensive, concise property report on activities as required. Implementation of initiatives and improved ways of working. So if you are a constable, for example, I'm a sergeant and you tell me, look, Sarge, I feel we should do it this way. I will abide by it. I will give it thought and I'll abide by it. As soon as it makes sense, I will follow it. Maintain efficiency in the use of police-related equipment. You can't have a radio and just drop it anywhere. It's your part of your kit. It comes with you.
It comes at the cost to the government.
Yes, my people, like we said, we are going for a commercial break, and as soon as we through, back to our program with the city police. Break time, commercial.
With all that's happening around us, simple adjustments are necessary to keep us all safe. When calling 911, we may need a little more information to deploy the right personnel and protocols. You may be asked about your travel history, signs and symptoms, contact and movement history, and whether others in your household are exhibiting similar symptoms. Please be patient and cooperative during this time to ensure you receive the best possible care while keeping our first responders safe.
Welcome to the Entertainment Nation on steroids. UTV and Hitz FM sinking the eyes and the ears of tomorrow today. Not only can you see it, you can feel it. Airing on channel 124 or tune into radio 92.1 FM is Trisha Lionel in the morning at 11. So airing live with Lisa and the ever controversial Revolution with Christopher Hunt. That's right, we don't do it normal. Stay locked in with UTV and Hitz FM, channel 124 and 92.1 FM. UTV, TV for you.
Vision Express, for the best eye care and hearing services. One-stop location for all your eye care needs with 4 locations: Rodney Bay, Gablewoods, Castries, and Beaufort. Quality frames for kids, adults, and seniors. Frames starting from $195. Get your glasses ready in 1 hour. With a team of experienced ophthalmologists, Vision Express specializes in glaucoma treatment and management, cataract surgery, detached retina, and other minor and major eye surgeries in their state-of-the-art surgery center in Rodney Bay. Vision Express offers the very latest Angioplex OCT for diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma with micropulse yellow laser and Avastin treatment. Vision Express Hearing, latest hearing aid technology, wax removal, hearing tests, and more. Vision Express. Call us today for all your eye care and hearing needs. Can you see me now?
In an effort to ensure patient and first responder safety, the St. Lucia Fire Service has reviewed its patient transfer procedures, especially for patients with respiratory distress. Face masks will be provided. At no time during transportation should the face mask be removed. Please be patient and cooperative during this time to ensure you receive the best possible care while keeping our first responders safe.
All right. Yes, we are back.
Everywhere I go,
Of course, everywhere I go in the city, I can tell you for sure I can see the city police. And if you look on channel 124 right now, even in studio, you can see police, and more police. Of course, yes, and I'm expecting people from the city and other environments call the program this morning, especially the vendors. Donya Maniaka Mati. My pleasure kuye mo Mati ala pour clarify kozo. Yes, vendors call this morning. City police call to support your colleague. And of course, we're going right back to our program. Back to you, Saj.
Yeah, I just want to continue on the duties of city police, a constable within the city police. I was on number 8, sorry. Maintain efficiency in use of police-related equipment, engage the public, sensitize them on the role and the functions of a city police officer, adhere to the directives of the chief of city police, assist the state police when necessary. For argument's sake, like for example, we have some officers at the quarantine site up north at the Bay Gardens and at Starfish. We also have a few officers on night patrol alongside with the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. They do night patrols. So this is where that comes in, because we are directly under the command of the Commissioner of Police. If the Commissioner of Police needs any police officer from our department, He has no difficulty in getting them. So basically, this is one more duty I forget to mention. They also have to work in collaboration with the traffic department. If in case something happens, they have to alert they are the first responders in the city. They have to ensure that the place is cordoned and call traffic. If it's a minor thing, they could take it on their own because they are trained. They went to the police training academy. They had a 3 months course there in all elements of policing. So it's just not the matter of just employing somebody, get somebody on the street and put them in uniform. This is absolutely not true. They are trained in all aspects of policing. I want to take this opportunity. Maybe persons might not know what are my duties, what I do as a sergeant of police. I'm not only a sergeant of police, I'm also the detail to the mayor, His Worship Peterson Francis. And my duties, I have a wide range of duties. I'll just name a few of the duties that entailed. One of my duties is supervising and guiding subordinate staff in the performance of their duties, assisting with shift briefings, training and performance evaluation, handling personal issues, and investigation allegations of misconduct. As you all must have seen on the news, we had a little issue where a security officer from CCC and a doctor, Dr. Cherry, was recording him, and then he made some comments that were not too good. So, as a matter of fact, a report was made. It was investigated by a particular senior officer, RSLPF. I called my security officer. We mediated the matter, and the matter settled amicable. So I'm happy he apologized from his whole heart. He apologized to Dr. Cherry. Dr. Cherry accepted it, so we're moving forward. Cooperating with legal and law enforcement stakeholders and testifying in court as required. This is something I do normally. Work with the consul's lawyer, work with the local court also. Performing duties of a police officer and assisting with special projects. For example, if there is, I don't know if you all have seen that, it was my duty to cordon the burn building at the Judah building. I was the one who cordoned it with instructions from His Worship. I cordoned the area. I also assist Development Control Authority. If they have to go somewhere to put down a sign, they call on me. So I involve in special projects, reviewing police documents and conducting inspections of personnel and equipment. This is one of my duties. Informing strict adherence to policies and procedures is what I do. Participate in community activities and public presentation. This is what I do also. As a matter of fact, putting into the community activities, we are looking forward to introduce our community policing initiative in one of the communities. We're looking at the community where I reside presently, but I won't mention it right now. So persons who know.
So, Sarge, do you all have enough staff?
No, what happened, you have to be able to manage effectively. By managing effectively, you'll be able to get things done better.
So, are you saying that Ms. Diane
Oh yes. She can come. She can come along.
So if she get a job, I can get one as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah, just remember what you were saying. But whilst we're still in the city. But before it slipped my mind, when it comes to sign, how do you call it? The direction or directive of signs in the city.
Yes.
Are you all the ones putting up the signs, or the Royal St. Lucia Police Force?
What kind of signs? Be brief on that.
Okay. Police notice, no parking.
We do it for the police do it. Vending signs, we do it on our own.
Okay.
With consultation with the police, we don't go and do things without consulting the police. We liaise, we work together with the police.
So the city would know, for example, by Ajuda,
yes,
your department would know,
yes,
along with the traffic police that there are 2 or 3 signs around that
Yes.
area.
Let me just elaborate a little more. Let's look at on Saturdays. We are the ones who have the flea market. We block the road for the flea market with consultation with the traffic department. And the commissioner of police is quite aware of what's going on. For example, Friday nights, we allow 1 lane of traffic to park on Jeremy Street.
Okay.
With consultation with traffic department. We don't do things on our own.
Okay.
A lot of persons believe that the city police just go and do that. Consultation. We write to the various stakeholders.
Yes, sir. As you mentioned, Jeremy Street, I must say, on a Friday and Saturday evening, Jeremy Street has been a real fun on the police side for a long time. When the city police was introduced, we saw a total cleaning of Jeremy Street. I must say at the time the streets were marked, because that's a no parking street as far as I know. And traffic was always obstructed on that road. I just heard you say that you're allowing now one lane parking, one side parking. Is that because there are no markings now, or has it been reviewed?
Not that alone. You have to take into consideration we have a central market here. This is one of the biggest markets we have in St. Lucia. You have to create avenues, discretion-wise. Because, I mean, if, for argument's sake, look at on a Saturday, persons will just park anywhere to go and shop. But there should be a certain time, for example, an hour. I think they had a sign growing up. I think I used to read about it growing up, that they had a sign between 6 to 8. You allow persons to, and from after the police enforce the law.
Yes. Was that on Jeremy Street, or are you talking about John Compton Highway?
It was on John Compton Highway, and I think it was on Jeremy. I'm not too sure if it was on Jeremy Street. But discretion has to be used. That's why we decided to come look at it, look at the situation. You just tell me, if we have to give vehicles tickets on Jeremy Street, we don't have enough books to.
Yes, and I agree. And I agree. That's the point that I shared. Was that traffic? I always instructed my officers on a Saturday morning before 10 a.m. at least 9:40, 10. Do not issue tickets on John Compton Highway between the roundabout and Jeremy Street, for that very purpose that you're saying there. Because I know if persons are dropping off their food stuff and so on from the farms, where else can they do it? So I always supported that idea. And like you said, that sign, we have always made the recommendation for that sign to be placed there. Parking is allowed between 5 a.m. and let us say 9 a.m.
Yeah, I think it will be good. It will be a good thing to help. It will be well balanced.
I agree. Yeah. Are you? Let me ask. Are you? In terms of the sidewalks. And the slabs and so on.
Okay.
We have some pretty bad sidewalks in the city, and if you're not looking at your feet when you're walking, you might either break your leg or lose toes or something in that. What is the, are you all responsible for the maintenance of the sidewalk?
Yes, we are responsible for the maintenance, for the cleanliness, okay, for the cleanliness of the sidewalk. Everything that has to do with sidewalk, slabs, it comes underneath us. Now, I just want to deviate a little bit. You mentioned that they have some slabs that are broken. The slabs don't stay there and get broken. Vehicles park on it.
Yes.
Now, if a police officer whilst on duty, a vehicle park on a sign, and he doesn't have on the sidewalk, sorry, and he doesn't have a ticket book, and that vehicle cause any damage to the sidewalk, the police officer have a right to charge the person for damage to property of the CCC, because he damaged a slab. There's a value for the slab.
Yes. I agree.
Yes. Now, there are...
So, in other words, you are saying that at no time at all, no time, a vehicle should park on the slab. Because what I realize, a lot of people, in fact, we, because I am guilty of it, I am a motorist. Sometimes you say, okay, to allow the traffic to flow, you put two wheels on the sidewalk instead of parking in the road. You have done that, sir?
Yes.
Right. Most of us that are driving and doing. So you're educating the public right now, letting them know.
I'm letting them know. You're
that
quite correct.
it is an offense, a chargeable offense to park on the slab.
On the slab,
Now,
on the sidewalk.
I know you have seen right in front of Beauty Max
Yeah.
a number of goods vehicles right around that corner in order to allow other vehicles to, you know, go around that. It's not a roundabout, but we do in the boulevard.
Yeah,
we all use the roundabout in the boulevard.
Yes.
They go on the sidewalk. Not even the slab. They go over the slab, onto the sidewalk.
It is a ticketable offense. It is parking on a pedestrian sidewalk. Improper parking. The person can be ticketed for improper parking in a prohibited area.
And a charge like that is how much?
Maybe about $250 to $500, around that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me just inform the people that in case you just tune in, it's 7:32 and a half. I always like to give you the half. 7:42 and a half, and we are discussing what is happening in the city when it comes to city police, the way they conduct the duties in the city. You are listening to 92.1 in the north and 91.1 in the south. And of course, we are viewing channel 124. Temadi alang mamama, nou ka diskite sa ki ka fet en city kastwi. Et puis city police, et que zan chay moun ka di city police pa ka travay, you just ka monte desen et ka manger l'argent gouvernement. Manger atanan chay di zo di sa. So bon matin, nou ni sergeant lan ka diskite et puis nou ki sa ki ka fet en city a, loi qui suppose tien ek moun ka kwaze se loi sa, e ka fè ou sav dat ki zo sa trape kozo en kalte COVID-19 pou paye yon l'argent zo pokoni. So nou ka diskite sa a sou 92 poyon nan not pays, 91 poyon en soud pays, underground TV, nou ka gade, nou pa ka veye. Back to you, Saj.
Yeah, for argument's sake, Inspector Chico asked a question. The certain jurisdictions pertaining to sidewalk. For example, if you look at section 492 of the Criminal Code of St. Lucia, chapter 3.01, it states categorically that shade or other projections on footway, a person who places any blind, shade, covering, awning, and other projection over, along any footway in any way, city or town, which has more than 6 feet and 6 feet inches in height, at least, to every part of it, commits an offense and is liable for a summary conviction of $1,000. For example, vendors who have things on the sidewalk causing obstruction, whether you have clothes selling, an umbrella that is projecting over the sidewalk, it is an offense. You cause an obstruction to the convenience of persons using that footpath. It's also $1,000.
Yes, sir. Saj, let me, you right up the street that I want to. Could the council, in cleaning up the sidewalks, in terms of the projections that you just mentioned?
Yes.
I would want to suggest that the council can probably, and it goes again as to where you allow vending. Could you not, if the vendors are not going to do it, could you not implement a safe covering, a safe tent-like design, whether it is made with the PVC, because some of them are very quick to dismantle and to put up.
Listen,
and rent it out or sell it, so that you get all those metal and barbed wire and other objects off the sidewalk.
From the inception of Mayor Peterson Francis in 2016, that is one of the first things he came with, the idea. A consultation was done with all the vendors on a number of occasions, put it into the PVC, the removal aspect of it,
yes,
neat, neat vending coverings. It went through. The vendors agreed. They agreed, but somehow they're not coming forward. The idea was always there. You always implemented that. Because what happened? With these PVC pipes, when you finish vend, you could remove it. Now, the structures they have there, in the bylaws number 78 of 2008, the Castries Corporation bylaws, it's incorporated in the City Council bill they have right now. It's in section 4215 of the new bill, where the bylaws, Castries Corporation bylaws, incorporate in it. Now, section 40 of the bylaw says, when a vendor finish his or her activity for the day pertaining to vending, she or both, either he or she has to go with all what she came with. If you take a walk on Library Street, just by the old printry there, you'll see an assorted of metal structures that causing annoyance.
It's unsightly.
It's unsightly. These things cannot be tolerated.
I agree, Saj, and like you said, the vendor is supposed to live with his equipment,
including,
yes,
if the vendor has a vehicle also.
Yes.
If you have a vehicle and you have the vehicle for the purpose of vending, you must get permission from the CCC.
Yes.
You must get permission. You just cannot just stay there, vend at your own convenience. There are things you have to vend with. You must have a permit. The council have to give you a permit to vend. And the permits are temporarily, monthly, yearly. The temporary ones are the daily ones, monthly. For argument's sake, the council also give permits for charitable organizations. So if you have, for example, somebody has cancer or something, and you come to the council will help you with a vending permit to raise activities.
Yes. So if you're vending from your vehicle and you're mobile, and let's say you're selling coconuts today. This week you sell coconuts at a particular location. Next week you are selling watermelon. You move to another location. You're saying that once you're on the public road within the city, that you're subject to pay, or you're under the jurisdiction of the city police?
Yes, you are under the full purview of the city police.
Right.
You are subjected to be challenged on what you are doing.
Because I asked that question because a lot of people have the view that if they lose their job today, they are terminated today. And let us say, Dr. Secret, you have golden apples home in abundance. Tomorrow you can become a golden apple vendor and just make a tree and just come and sell your golden apples, your whole tree of golden apples on Bridge Street. So I would have to go to the city council to get a proper vending license.
That is
so that I can
that's
do
correct. That is correct. Right. That is correct.
My question to you is while you on
vending,
the vending and the permit or the pass, is it expensive to get a permit for a day?
No.
And how much is that?
Well, the permit for the day, it regulates. With the discretion of the council, they decide on the fee for the permit with consultation.
An example?
For example, you find that, I don't know if you realize, persons are passing and giving tickets. Tickets.
Yeah.
That is, it's called a daily.
And I threw my eyes on one of the tickets once and I saw $3. Something
exactly.
like that. Something
exactly.
like that. So $3.
Yes.
And
would you imagine that?
And they don't have anything below $5.
No, well, what happened? You see, it has to do with an assessment of assorted stuff you have. if you have more than they judge it, the collectors, because they won't take anybody on the street and put collectors. If they do train them, let them know, have a walk through them.
Yeah.
The market manager would do that, to have a walk through this lady, the amount of commodity she has. Yes, and you cannot charge her $3. If you have an assortment of clothes, you have tuna fish in a box, all kind of that together, you guys are charge somebody $3.
A van of watermelon.
So they use their discretion in doing that.
Okay.
But listen to me, the permit, I want to make it clear, the permit is for the location, you know.
Okay.
You have to understand that.
So different locations.
Yeah. The permit is for the location you vend. So when the tax collector comes, they decide, as I told you, they have a walkthrough, because the permit is the location for you to vend. Now the permit comes, proper health card, you must have where you intend to vend, because it comes in a form.
Okay.
It has a special format.
Okay.
It comes in a package.
You understand? Special package.
Okay. All right.
Now, Sarge, let me put a question to you. I have been passing, like the people who lives in the CDC buildings, like sometimes when I pass and I look, like it is impossible that these people can open their doors to go in and out, because there is a tray out there, there is an umbrella, and there is that kind of obstruction. So in a case like that, what happens? Well,
what happens if a complaint is made? You see, vending should not be on sidewalk, period. There is a market for vending. There are different types of vending. We have to take it into consideration. There are perishable vendors, there are fish vendors, and there are dry goods vendors. So you have to take into consideration everybody have to do a living.
Yes.
But vending on sidewalk, especially in your situation, your question you asked there, it's not right. It is an offense. Because as a matter of fact, the person must have a free passageway. There should not be any obstruction to the sidewalk. For example, you cannot have, as a vendor, you cannot have a table and chairs and you're selling breakfast or lunch. It's an offense. Section 4851B talks about that. Causing obstruction, depriving pedestrians of using it.
Yeah, in case of emergency and all of that. Right.
It's a good thing that you came with that obstruction thing on a daily basis. Now, you know where I operate, in the William Peterburg. I have seen a number of vendors, or if you may call them, how those are selling the clothes and
dry goods.
Dry goods.
Right.
Dry goods vendors.
They have half of the tents on the sidewalk and the other half on the road.
Oh.
Now it makes it difficult for somebody, for example, a mother with a baby in a little drizzle passing with an open umbrella. Now I going on the other side, it means that I either have to go underneath your tent to protect my eye, because I want that mother to pass freely with her baby. Is it permitted? Do you all give them permission to put those tents on the sidewalk or take a parking spot?
No.
Because it is something that is happening every day.
Look,
I am not against people making their living. But what I am saying, I am asking whether you are giving permission for those vendors to sell on the sidewalk, half of the sidewalk, half of the car park or the spot.
Listen, it is an offense to vend on the sidewalk, but we use our discretion, especially in the boulevard, for the on Saturdays.
Oh.
We use, if there is a special event, you'll find dry goods, people sell clothes and different, but the things that they carry with them, it's too large. These people, if you look at during the years, these people used to have small umbrellas conducting their business. And our department have to take fault for that.
Okay.
Lack of enforcement.
Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Caller, you will call after the break.
Is your hurricane emergency kit ready? If you need to evacuate quickly, you will need originals or certified copies of your NIS insurance card, health passport, national ID card, prescriptions, and other important health documents kept safe in waterproof Ziploc bags. Toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, sanitary, and other basic hygiene items. First aid kit, your prescription medications and supplies for chronic conditions. This is especially important for individuals living with chronic conditions like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and cancer. Be ready. Stay ready.
This message brought to you courtesy the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Welcome to the Entertainment Nation on steroids. UTV and Hitz FM sinking the eyes and the ears of tomorrow today. Not only can you see it, you can feel it. Airing on channel 124 or tune into radio 92.1 FM is Trisha Lionel in the morning at 11. Also airing live with Lisa and the ever controversial Revolution with Christopher Hunt. That's right, we don't do it normal. Stay locked in with UTV and Hitz FM, channel 124 and 92.1 FM. UTV, TV for you.
Vision Express, for the best eye care and hearing services. One-stop location for all your eye care needs with 4 locations: Rodney Bay, Gablewoods, Castries, and Viewport. Quality frames for kids, adults, and seniors. Frames starting from $195. Get your glasses ready in 1 hour. With a team of experienced ophthalmologists, Vision Express specializes in glaucoma treatment and management, cataract surgery, detached retina, and other minor and major eye surgeries in their state-of-the-art surgery center in Rodney Bay. Vision Express offers the very latest Angioplex OCT for diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma with micropulse yellow laser and Avastin treatments. Vision Express Hearing, latest hearing aid technology, wax removal, hearing tests, and more. Vision Express. Call us today for all your eye care and hearing needs. Can you see me now?
Is your hurricane emergency kit ready? If you need to evacuate quickly, you will need originals or certified copies of your NIS insurance card, health passport, national ID card, prescriptions, and other important health documents kept safe in waterproof Ziploc bags. Toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, sanitary, and other basic hygiene items. First aid kit, your prescription medications and supplies for chronic conditions. This is especially important for individuals living with chronic conditions like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and cancer. Be ready. Stay ready.
This message brought to you courtesy the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Welcome to the Entertainment Nation on steroids. UTV and Hitz FM sinking the eyes and the ears of tomorrow today. Not only can you see it, you can feel it. Airing on channel 124 or tune into radio 92.1 FM is Trisha Lionel in the morning at 11. Also airing live with Lisa and the ever controversial Revolution with Christopher Hunt. That's right, we don't do it normal. Stay locked in with UTV and Hitz FM, channel 124 and 92.1 FM. UTV, TV for you.
Vision Express, for the best eye care and hearing services. One-stop location for all your eye care needs with 4 locations: Rodney Bay, Gablewoods, Castries, and Viewport. Quality frames for kids, adults, and seniors. Frames starting from $195. Get your glasses ready in 1 hour. With a team of experienced ophthalmologists, Vision Express specializes in glaucoma treatment and management, cataract surgery, detached retina, and other minor and major eye surgeries in their state-of-the-art surgery center in Rodney Bay. Vision Express offers the very latest Angioplex OCT for diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma with micropulse yellow laser and Avastin treatment. Vision Express Hearing, latest hearing aid technology, wax removal, hearing tests, and more. Vision Express. Call us today for all your eye care and hearing needs. Can you see me now?
Yes, I can see you now. I can see you now on all through Vision Express. I would like to say good morning to our special people. I think sometime next week we're going to have you all on the show again. My special person, Michelle. And
my special guy, Lloyd. Good morning.
Okay, but to every one of you staff of Vision Express, good morning. And I want to remind you people that you are watching channel 124 Underground TV and also listening to 92.1 and 91.1. Very interesting. Ms. Diane, we have to pay somebody who are
let's go to the
listening
platform.
to us now.
Yes.
You go ahead.
We are Belinda McLean. Says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, St. Lucia.
Okay, go ahead.
The other one, Bufalina Fellon. We know she's in America. Good morning, Dr. Secret, Lady Diane, and everyone. Sing happy birthday to my sister Cece in Bocage from Befalina in New York.
All right. Cece, happy birthday. We will do that for you when we through with our program. So stay tuned. And in case you're just joining, this is Dr. Secret, the host of the program, and we have
Lady Diane,
the co-host. And this morning we're discussing what is happening in and around the city with our police, city police. What's your name again?
Sergeant Yuni Kamsham.
Sergeant Concham.
Concham.
And
And our inspector.
Chiku.
So you are Inspector Chico's guest this morning. I like that. My question to you before we really get back into business. How far does the city police extend? Do you all reach all the way up Shock, or maybe just around Vigil, Cleary, Millennium Highway? Where?
Okay. Pertaining to the municipal part of it, part of it. The boundaries are Shock, the municipal. I'll categorically say the municipal part of it, from Shock to cul-de-sac in that region there.
Shock to cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Okay.
But pertaining to our powers, the city police under section 22, 1 of the Castries Constituency Act, they have general powers island-wide.
Island-wide.
Because when you are given a memorandum of appointment by the commissioner, the memorandum lasts for 3 years. It's an oath.
Okay.
Gives you the general powers of arrest island-wide.
Okay. Now, the reason why I asked that question, if you're coming from Lance Road and you reach by Paul gas station, your decision is to head up north. You have to take a right turn. There's a sign erected right there. To your right, if you turn in right, there's a sign there advertising number plates and some other things. I need you all to remove that sign or shift it some other place because it is an obstruction. You have to put the front of your vehicle almost on the road in order because you know there are some vehicles short nose and long nose. I have a long nose and other people have long nose and they complain that they come to me already, talk about it on the radio, Dr. Secret, and so on. We need you all to visit that sign and try and shift it because it's causing obstruction. Somebody could be killed right there on the spot.
Okay, noted, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. I want to ask such fish vending because you would well understand or know, and I heard you mention it in your last press briefing, that when you fish vending is in the street along the street, balahu, sardine, whatever, is illegal. And the guys go as far as I see them right up Bagatelle with those trolleys with balahu at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's fish that came from the sea at 6 o'clock. What is your position and your department's view on that?
My department's view on fish vending. Fish vending, there is a special location allocated on Jebati Street for fish vending. Fish vending cannot be sold anywhere on the street. There is a specific location for fish vending.
And it must be iced, right?
And it must be well covered, it mustn't be unwholesome, meaning that it has to be good to consume, healthy to consume. I don't know if you all may recall, we had an incident where we confiscated a cat with sardines. And it made public outcry. People say we're taking Malay stuff and everything. But what they failed to realize, one, the sardine was decaying already. It had a stench already, and the water was dripping on the sidewalk. I gave instructions to confiscate it. I sealed it. I put it in a freezer. I didn't seal the whole amount. We put it so that it will be freeze, and we could not stay inside. We could not stay inside, so we had to do what was.
Okay, was the person charged?
Yes.
Okay, so
we brought the person in because there is an offense for that, selling or preparing, offering for sale unwholesome food or drink.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be sardines alone. If you're selling spoiled food, it's an offense.
Yes.
And it is lawful for any officer of a city or village or police officer to confiscate it forthwith.
Sarge, the people that are walking around with their little baskets or containers selling sandwiches and fried fish and chicken burgers, and they're walking around, are you saying that they're not supposed to?
No, this is different. This is typically different.
Because the reason why I asked that question, people going to repeat what they don't hear on that program.
No.
Because you said vending around with a trolley, and you mentioned fish. But I know St. Lucian so good, Miss Diane, that they will say, I heard on Hitz FM that the sergeant said you're not supposed to be walking around town selling cakes and anything. They're going to say that.
That is different. That is different. Now listen, I want to make a point clear, crystal clear. All the cats you see on the streets, the owners of these cats have booths in the market. It is prohibited to have the cats on the street. But we allow it. We use our discretion. Because people have to survive. But do not sell in prohibited areas.
Yes.
So what about those that are pushing the trolleys on the sidewalk in the boulevard? They will stop. When they see the city police, they just continue pushing. Is it an offense to push your trolley and shouting, tomatoes, come?
No, it's not an offense.
It's not an offense.
If it comes an offense when you're trying to disturb the peace. If he goes by a church or enter a church and saying that.
But the guys pass around the church.
He constitutes an offense.
What's church going on?
They passed by the court shouting that.
Yes. Now you cannot be disturbing the court by shouting. He constitutes an offense. These places you cannot pass and shout.
Because these are the things that the public need to know. Because they're saying anything they want. We have a call. We have a call coming in. Let's take it. Hitz FM caller. We're discussing with the city police.
Good morning, Dr. Secret Lady Diane, Sergeant Chico, and to your guests. Good morning. I do hope, first to begin with, that you guys plan to have the sergeant back on a few times, because there's so many things that
just
people
the beginning.
want to discuss, and as we are on the topic of vending. Right. I mean, whilst we understand that people have to survive and people have to make a living to take care of their family, people, I believe that a lot of the vendors don't realize that you have to do what you do within the confines of the law. And that is very important. Many of them do not know the laws surrounding vending, as far as I'm concerned. And I think it's a bad thing on the association, the people that head up the association. I think it's their responsibility to educate, their members, because many times I pass through town and I could barely walk on the sidewalk. I could understand Saturdays we have the market, the flea markets, and that's a different situation. But Monday to Friday, I believe that a lot of the vendors have to be more, have to show more discretion. A lot of times I have to walk onto incoming traffic just to get around vendors. Some of them have tents that are 10 by 10 on the sidewalks, as one of you mentioned earlier. I don't see how, unless it's a special occasion, these things are allowed in town. Yes, I understand that you have to make a living, but if you're selling, if you have enough supplies that would full of SUV, because that's how I see a lot of people come with their big vans and they offload their stuff. There's no way you can expect to bring all of that into one vending spot in a day. If you require that much space, I think that what should be done is some sort of facility should be put in place where these people can rent small stores, because a tray takes up X amount of spot, but when you have enough to fill a store, you should definitely move into a store and off the streets.
I quite agree with you, sir.
So I don't know if the association and the city council has to, sit down and look at these things, because, it is very dangerous, especially you have school children. Sometimes they're not paying attention, but they have to walk onto the road just to get around these booths or trays that are so huge and are taking up so much space on the sidewalk. It needs to be addressed, and I do commend city council for the job that the city police has been doing. I don't think that there's anyone who frequents car streets, especially, can say that they haven't made a difference. I do commend you and your officers, and there's a lot of questions that needs to be answered. People want to know jurisdiction. What are the do's and don'ts when it comes to city council? What now that, especially this morning, you're saying that you're under the guise of the commissioner of police. Yeah. So it's an extension of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. A lot of people still need to respect that.
Yes, I quite agree.
I remember initially when it was launched, we were having a lot of issues with people not respecting the city police, and that's because they were a lot of them were misguided as to what the city police powers are.
Yes, so you're quite right on that. I think caller, I think when it was introduced, the year it was introduced, I think that's we recorded a lot of offenses for insults and these things.
Yes. Right. So I do, like I said, there's so much. I mean, there's so much. There's a big pocket that needs to be filled, and hopefully, if you're back on the show a couple of times, then we can try to get to understand a bit more the rules of the city police and what their jurisdiction and that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of questions in the city that people would love to have answered. So I commend you for being here this morning.
Thank you, sir.
And I do believe that you being a regular on the show would definitely help to fill that pocket.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Good observation, good contribution. And to those of you who just joined in, it's 4 minutes after the hour of 8 in the AM, and we are discussing the city police, what is happening in the city with vendors, with traffic, everything that includes police. Now we have another call. Let's take it. Hello, good morning. Hitz FM. We are discussing with the city police this morning. Go ahead.
Yeah. Bonjour. Good morning, everybody.
Bonjour.
Good morning.
I can speak Creole.
Yeah.
I pasa coupon agree. So mix up the language for me, please.
Yeah, okay, bless you.
Mix up the language for me, please.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
bless you, Apil.
Yeah.
All right. Eh bien, comme on l'a dit, bon matin, nous avons discuté ça qui a fait en city et puis vendors, nous avons discuté trafic, nous avons discuté différents bagages sidewalk côté moun ka park nous ka discuter c'est trolley c'est kaboya moun ka pousser ka de n'importe côté ka vendre poisson ka vendre tout différents qualité bagages nous ni sergent là bon matin qui ka dou en bas qui loi ou ça fait ça eh ben en bas qui loi ou pas ça fait ça so nous voulons en vendeur laissant l'autre vendeur couiller et dit qui ça qui a affecté là sur police là ka dou en bas qui loi ou ka croiser en bas qui loi ou ka croiser et ben qui côté ou même ni loi because ça m'a attend naturellement date qui yo pas vle et moi disons bail pas quitter politicien connaissez because les yo vini si yo vini which moi doubt yo ka vini yo pas ka ça tiezo manière zo là si zo ka croiser loi okay moi doubt yo ka vini sorry I speak from my heart
alors bagay mo vle me de sergeant la tête
Chebeza.
Oui.
Nous avons appel ça. Bonjour, bienvenue pour Station Hitz FM. Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, monsieur. Chaussée.
Là.
Oui, nous là, bon matin, nous deux polices. Vous qui marchez pour faire ça, agent.
Question, vous demandez.
Madi.
Il doit souka avant pour nos business.
Oui.
Pour pas nous bailler ou pas d'or.
En les sidewalk là.
Ça a fait tout en chaque jour, il a pas fait tout. Il y aura vendre et il y aura mettre tout bas, il y aura d'or pour exposer d'or. Is that right?
You do. Weapon.
No, it's not right. It is not right. I mean, you have a shop. I mean, especially because what happens there is that you're obstructing the sidewalk. Because the sidewalk has to be free for persons to pass without no encumbrances. I mean, without any obstruction, convenience. It has to be free. Well, say for argument's sake, you passing with 2 buckets in your hand. You will not be walking free if there is a tree on the sidewalk or an umbrella. You have, for example, a mother have a newborn and have an umbrella.
Yes.
That will be a big issue.
Now it's on civil street.
Yes. So it's a matter of enforcement. We have to enforce it through consultation, through PR. You have to start somewhere to improve. You have to start somewhere.
But the question je voulais demander, est-ce que c'est wrong pour un monde à procureur là?
Well, bagay là c'est ça. La sans côté qui prohibited ou pas supposé vendre à procureur là. La sans côté qui prohibited. Because tout vendeur savent quoi yo supposé vendre. Tout le monde savent ça carrière. Tout le monde.
L'autre dame m'a demandé des questions, m'a demandé petit quoi bon. À présent tout le monde a fait on sign yo à présent. Oui, on regarde pas bon côté, moi passer pas bon SNS là. Mais no parking et il pas marcher police parking. Moi demandé est-ce que ça right?
Well, qu'on nous a dit, police là, chef police là, ni authority pour faire sign avec police qui erect sign. Les police machine police passé, il doit bouter qui mettait sign à tête. Ça c'est lawful erection of sign. Because sign là match police notice, no entry, no parking, turn right, turn left. Qui n'importe bail. Mais un monde qui est en store, qui juste fait un sign home, qui vient, qui mette no parking, ça pas loi. Police ça vient point 5 ça aller mettre police notice point pour koyo. Parce que ça mon gars fait.
Il y a moi passer moi même sign là toujours.
Well, dis-moi location là, point comment quitter ici.
Just boy SNS là.
Okay. All right.
Nous
voulons parking nous parking moment de city police là et ça son signe.
Moi quoi on peut passer parler about devant parking lot c'est mon non ou pas ça park like block c'est mon nom dedans parking lot
non
c'est parking lot yo.
OK
c'est moi répondre ça. C'est parking où c'est machine à park là. Ça c'est private parking. Non, SNS ni machine yo ka park là, c'est private parking pour yo. Ça c'est private parking pour fixe.
Oui.
OK?
Avec l'année office avocat.
Oui,
là aussi.
C'est private parking pour yo.
Oui.
But si, I mean, si un monde juste pour un sign avec métier, c'est la passe à yo. Ça dit font bail.
Oui.
Vous comprenez? Ça c'est private parking pour yo. Vous comprenez?
Bah, on a parlé là. Il pour nous, qu'on dit Francisco, il pour nous en police, nos parking, pas nos parking.
Non, si on les chimères,
si on les chimères
là, il suppose ni. Mais si on les théo, on les parking spot yo. Il sa manière.
Il sa manière.
Oui, c'est ça yo.
C'est ça yo.
Quand Scotiabank ni, so ça yo il réserve pour Scotiabank. So you mettez yon sign qui match banking hours. Il pas ni police parking mais réserve pour banque là. So you ça met sign yo.
Eh bien, vous pouvez changer nos sign là.
OK. All right.
C'est mauvais, vous pouvez changer. On le dernier pas mauvais mandia. Oui. Na ouais mon café met tout partout en ville là. La fille mon café chicken tout ça pas gain soir.
Oui. On est pour mettre pas permis pour ni diffé en city. En city.
Et puis au qui côté Ousani.
Qui côté Ousani. Ouais, tout ça ni pour nous pour enforcer toutes ces bagages ça, réguler toutes ces bagages ça. Vous comprenez?
OK.
Et puis l'autre balle moi je demander ça fait mon café met tout partout la fille
en Fijaimon.
Loi passé pour ça Colombie depuis février public smoking.
Oui,
c'est offense ou ça.
Oui.
Mais où ça les nous discuter ça qu'il y a le problème.
Oui, premier c'est le cadeau c'est chasné.
Oui. Oui. Mais public smoking c'est un offense ou ça. C'est plaisir pas ça elle obéit pas mêlé.
Dernier mouvement, dernier, fini.
Dernier.
Est-ce right pour ce mon entraîneur la passer sous la hand? Ça right la loi?
Ça même à sous vagrancy.
Oui, vagrancy
à classe ça c'est offense.
C'est offense.
On va beg personne.
On va pas beg personne.
On va pas beg personne. Ça gagne loi.
Oui,
sollicite personne.
Personne va payer pour $20.
Oui.
OK.
All right. OK, merci beaucoup. Toujours c'est un plaisir pour vous prendre part en la contribution.
All right.
OK, merci un peu. All right, but officers, nous ni mon là tellement yo mon dit comme ça, c'est Rocco Saint Mary. Il dit the reason why laws are not laws are disregarded in this country is because the past administrations have allowed people to do what they want for a long time. Yes. All the laws are in the Village and Town Council Act. When it comes to vending on the sidewalk, I like that contribution, and I'll tell you why. This scholar or the writer knows exactly what he or she talking about. Mm-hmm. Every administration that in the opposition, every party that is in the opposition is supposed to look into the law, uphold the law. But when it comes close to election, they will tell you, whatever you see Labour Party do to you, when we come in, we will take it out and we'll organize you. The SLP saying the same thing. But as soon as you see they comes in,
they are implementing the same law.
They taking that same CD, they throwing it, and they going according to the law, because that is the law of the island. That is not the mayor's law. It is not the sergeant's law. It is
the law of the land.
Law of the land. So thank you very much, writer. Let's go quickly. We have
one Lucita Edward says good morning, Madeleine Alexander. People are so used of doing the wrong things. Now changes are being made. It's hard for them. It's hard for them to accept. All habits die hard.
Okay. Now one said reply to Rako Alvin Coffee Charles.
So true.
So true. And let's take the other one.
Thumb up.
Yeah, thumbs up to our police officers. So police officers, this morning I
Yes.
Yeah.
Commercial break.
Let's take it. I almost didn't take a break, and you know people like break, you know.
All right.
UTV. UTV.
I know you
got it. If you identify with the most pulsating, the most riveting, the most eye-capturing UTV. To advertise with UTV, dial 484-7588 or 572-7588. For some of the most competitive rates, amazing programming, and bang for your buck. The most popular streaming channel, UTV 124 on Facebook. Get it now. Check us out on Instagram at UTV 124. Email us utvslu@gmail.com. UTV. It's not just for me. It's definitely TV for you. Welcome to the Entertainment Nation on steroids. UTV and Hitz FM, sinking the eyes and the ears of tomorrow today. Not only can you see it, you can feel it. Airing on channel 124 or tune into radio 92.1 FM is Trisha Lionel in the morning at 11. Also airing live with Lisa and the ever controversial Revolution with Christopher Hunt. That's right, we don't do it normal. Stay locked in with UTV and Hitz FM, channel 124 and 92.1 FM. UTV, TV for you.
Vision Express, for the best eye care and hearing services. One-stop location for all your eye care needs with 4 locations: Rodney Bay, Gablewoods, Castries, and Viewport. Quality frames for kids, adults, and seniors. Frames starting from $195. Get your glasses ready in 1 hour. With a team of experienced ophthalmologists, Vision Express specializes in glaucoma treatment and management, cataract surgery, detached retina, and other minor and major eye surgeries in their state-of-the-art surgery center in Rodney Bay. Vision Express offers the very latest Angioplex OCT for diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma with micropulse yellow laser and Avastin treatment. Vision Express Hearing, latest hearing aid technology, wax removal, hearing tests, and more. Vision Express. Call us today for all your eye care and hearing needs. Can you see me now?
Of course I can see you now. That's why we have Vision
2020.
Yeah, that we have that Vision Express.
Before we go, let's take.
Yeah, we have what's going on? Oh, okay, right. We there. Yeah, we have a voice note. We'll take that voice note. I hope it is well. Our people normally send voice note in relation to our program. So let's go with it.
Good morning, Dr. Secret, Miss Diane. Good morning, Sergeant Chico. Hi, everyone.
Good morning, little one. Good morning, princess.
Have a pleasant day, Doctor.
Right. So I just have a little listener. Okay, so they normally send us a little voice note and so
happy to hear that.
Yeah. So without any further delay, let us go back to you.
Yes. Let me ask a question. I recall on the other side of the marketing board where they have the bakery below the CDC. At one time, it was said like vendors should not be vending there, yes, especially putting your produce down. And that is one thing I personally have always been speaking about. Anytime you see your goods on the ground on a piece of cardboard or on a piece of nylon, pour moi, ça pas bon. Pour moun acheter. Puisque tout le monde a passé, il a quaché, il a pissé, il a fait tout ce bail sur le sidewalk là. Bon, quand la pluie a tombé, de l'eau a descendu à bas ça. Bon, moi vini, moi acheter bagay là. Même si yo du uni pour laver, mais ça pas bon.
Yo kan pas, c'est madame la kan c'est l'eau patate là, le sidewalk là. L'eau ça là qui passe.
Sergeant Concham, dis-moi bagay. Pour dire ça, il était debout, moi, il vient commencer encore.
Quand on dit ça, tu me dis que housing te matché moi, et te matché meilleur, côté yo pas les pièces vendines faites en bas, qu'on parle là.
D'accord.
Yo pas les pièces vendines faites là, yo même de fait on sign yo, matché no vendines peinture en blanc.
Pourquoi pas là-bas en bas d'ici?
Oui, en bas d'ici, ça c'est.
C'est combien l'année ça?
Marketing board.
Bon, marketing board là, non pas combien l'année ça est fait. Moi ça plus bon à moi ça.
Est-ce que ces vendeurs là adhèrent pour ça? Eh bien, là il va continuer.
Depuis enforcement n'est pas fait, vendeurs n'est pas adhèrent pour loi. C'est pas nous qui a fait loi en livre là, ça là avant moi fait.
Bon, c'est mon qui a poussé ces vendeurs là qui a fait ces bails ça. Messieurs, ça c'est lawbreakers. Ça a croisé loi, ça a mis division en parmi vendeurs et puis city police c'est moun qui s'y posé op rôle loi. Zoka poussé yo si tout l'année élection ça là, zoka fait bagay pour faire meilleur city police gouvernement garder mauvais. Les yo même savent loi là exorci posé tchebe loi. Bon c'est 22 là ça fâché si zovle. Celle ça ça dit moi les moi dit combien l'on comme là ça dit moi $10. Bon c'est goumé pour acheter pour 20 gouttes n'a point from ça. Si c'est goumé pas goumé maca point. Mais ça ça fait sans l'eau bêtise aller according pour loi pays à loi city c'est pas loi inspecteur, c'est pas loi sergent là, c'est pas loi monsieur Francis, ça c'est loi pays. Bon depuis ça fait pour couper loi. Bon dia moi les belles comme belle tamados because là moi style ka baison ad pour moun savent côté zokai. Zokai pour c'est cholisons les ça donc là moi ça tellement bisman pour agir pour la place là. Mais en côté le ça je ne cas oui moi ça je me dis ça je question là mais on the spot bon pas mentir si vous sortez Republic Bank c'est au monde nous aller on mettait inspecteur Chico mon qui dit là quand monter porter dépasse comme avec tamados right à peu près $20 Constant sur Republic Bank, c'est Scotia Bank comment? Au Ivedoa, au Hen, Yambuka pour ces Charlie. Comme Tamados, est-ce qu'on peut pas acheter un left sidewalk là? Ou un market là? Excellent, nous gars.
Ça moi ça.
Avec Tamados là, belle.
Ça moi ça do. Moi c'est un homme qui aime keep comme healthy. So now we point marché à. Kay plus. Là, market là.
Moi, une réponse. Bon, m'amener ça pour l'inspecteur.
Non, moi-même, j'ai from you, oui.
Ok.
Mais plutôt à sous, bon, la place, ce week-end, le samedi.
Ok.
Because you got to part of way.
Ok.
Mais la semaine, moi-même, je sais ça pour gagner.
Well, as a police, même si you pas à strike me, but as a police, ma marché bon la place. On n'a pas ça right there.
Mais oui, parce que non, où ça va l'embarras encore dès là journée et il a plus raisonnable pour acheter un lame ou quand je ne plie de lait parce que doit aller bon la place là ça.
Imaginez about 2 semaines qui passent. Yon ka prendre comme docteur Secret mi comme la m'a dit combien? Il m'a dit $2. Moi dit alors right, n'a pas dépasse il m'a 245. $2 pour comme là. Mais il m'a 245.
So il vole
$1. Anyway, Ras, bonjour. Ouais, moi ça pourquoi écouter programme là délai. Yes, Saj, back to you.
Saj, I want to ask you because you mentioned something there that I want some clarification on. The persons who are walking about with juices, cake, sandwiches, are they free to just vend, to sell food stuff?
There are daily permits available at the council. Okay, so could you be a little more specific on that?
Suppose they don't want to get a permit. Are they allowed to just sell food to
You're talking about walking with handbags?
Yes. Or those plastic containers.
Yes.
The seafood containers or rotis.
Within the city circuit.
Yeah.
If the tax collector is passing at the time, and sees that you're vending in the city, they have a right to challenge you on it.
Okay, but if you do it every day,
no, if you do it like occasionally,
yes,
no. Occasionally, special events, no.
Okay.
You understand? No. Okay? For charitable organization, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
So where do they give the permit?
At the office of the CCC.
Of the office of the CCC.
They could call at 452-2121.
452-2121. You can call for a permit.
452-2121.
All right. You can call right now to get a permit for you to sell your ripe bananas all around town. It is healthy. Yes, I like to see you all going in the different offices, the banks, selling your ripe bananas and different things. Now, Sarge, if I am coming from Hospital Road, I have my container, all right, and I have my bag selling, okay? And when I reach by, I don't have a permit yet, but my intention is to go to the office to get a permit. And when I reach by Dennery bus stop, by Ajuda gas station, somebody shout, "Hey, secret! I want 2 sandwiches there and juice and whatever." Do I have to say I don't have a permit yet? Let me go and get the permit and I coming back?
No. You get the sale, you do it.
You do it.
Discretion has to be used.
Right. Now, if at that time I selling about 10 drivers, they want from me, by all means, they surrounded me. Here comes the police. Do you have a permit? No, it's my intention to go and get a permit. And my sandwich almost finished.
The police has to use his discretion.
His discretion.
Yeah, it's not one day. You must come back.
All right, because I am telling you, I am not coming from Hospital Road. I get in the seal, pass the seal, go to the office, go back to the... No, I will not do that. No, you have to be honest. I will not do that.
Mais Dr. Sigwe, si vous faites ça, c'est plus gros couillon.
We will not do that. All right, go ahead.
So you were encouraging persons to get the permit if it's a business that you're going to do every day? It's advisable that
you get a permit because the law is there. It has to be enforced, and it will be enforced.
Okay.
Certain times discretion will be used, and discretion has to be used in everything that you do.
Yes.
Well, personally, I believe if I am in a business like that, that is what I do on a daily basis. I would take at least 2 weeks permit up to a month permit because I know for sure that is what I am doing every day. Now, some vendors saying to themselves that, hey, I'm going to take Monday off, so I don't bother to take off. Now, what about the day that you cannot go there?
Exactly.
You understand? It is a business. We don't go and pay our vehicle insurance every day, but we pay it for the year. So if your vehicle break down, you can go to the department and say, hey, my vehicle break down, I'll put a stop to my insurance until I get it back. So I feel such, if you take a permit for a month, and maybe the second week in the month, you're not feeling well, I believe you can go back. That's me. You can go to the department, the office, and say, hey, I pay for a month, but this week I'm not feeling well, I will not be on the road. Wouldn't it be a way for them to, you know, organize the week that you cannot...
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to ask you before we get to our time. The issue of noise abatement or music and both for vehicles and in stores and places of entertainment. Do you regularly check to see where the persons are in compliance?
If I may recall, early this year, we were receiving the list of persons who have permits, a list from the commission to operate
loud music,
to operate loud music, and we would go there. As a matter of fact, every Friday, we go there, we check loud music. Where is your permit? If you don't have the permit, either we shut you down or we allow you to lower it to a certain level.
Because the shutting down to me, it will be a little hard because, in that COVID thing.
We ask you to reduce it to a certain level.
Okay.
But we have to take into consideration the CDCs. There are people living there. There is public housing here. So, and there are grown-ups, there are elderly living in these places. So, noise abatement has to be an issue here. We have to know, we have to reduce it to a certain level. If you cannot comply, the police have to do their work.
So, what's about the people with loud music driving through the city?
Oh yes, this is in the Traffic Act. Yeah, it's an offense to have.
So someone can be stopped, charged for loud music.
Yes.
Now, supposing the person go to court and ask you, what did you have to measure the loud music?
I'll state from that distance to that distance, my eardrum, it was bursting. So.
Okay, so anybody can say that.
Not anybody. You have to know how to defend yourself.
Well, the police
will use all.
I hear people ask that question on various talk shows.
Yes, and the police
the police cannot measure sound.
No, it's a distance.
That is a farce, because I tell you, people have been convicted in court on the evidence of the police that he heard the music.
The distance.
He saw the vehicle coming from that distance. He observed it until he stopped it. The 3 blocks. The magistrate will draw the inference, and there is no way the magistrate will not convict that person.
And not that alone, Inspector Chico. Let me add to it. If you stop the vehicle and the vehicle, the output, the amperage of the you use that also.
Yeah. Yesterday afternoon, a guy came up by me to drop off somebody, and my wife was in the balcony talking to me while I was doing something on my vehicle. I could not hear what she was saying, and the vehicle was about between 40 and 50 feet away from me. I could not hear nothing at all. My radio was playing. I could not hear what it was saying from my house. I personally feel you approaching somebody's house. You come to drop somebody. While you're on the road, you do your business. But you enter in a community, you dropping somebody off. You don't know who is sick, who is not sick around. So the young men that are out there, even my son, I'm telling you, there are times you overdoing it too. We need go music, we need to check out too. But though he's checking himself, because my wife already tell him, when you coming up home, you see by the time you're at the bottom of the hill, you see that thing, tune it down. And knowing her, I know she can go enter the vehicle and just pull this and pull that, left or right point. You know? Well, let's take our last thing there. What this person say? Interesting. That's Rago St. Mary again. Interesting show. Very informative. Especially when you have
qualified person in the field.
Unlike some. Okay, thank you very much. Now, gentlemen, it's 8:33, and that's the time for us to wrap up. Every time we have a nice program, the time just moving, as though the time have to go to work. But
good things don't last forever.
Go ahead, Diane.
Yes, listeners, viewers. This morning I was at school. Let me see, my notebook is almost filled. And then I am thanking Sergeant Comcham, Inspector Chico, job well done. And management and staff of Hitz FM, Underground TV, and our listeners out there. Have patience. You know, as things unfold, as we get into different stages, we are learning. The learning process will continue. And then I'm thanking you all this morning for listening. And then we are going to do it again at some other point in time. So, Sarge, that's not the, we're not going to let you rest there for sure.
There are things that we have to continue, and definitely on Tuesday, God's willing, we have to continue them.
Yes.
All right. Your exam is in two phases. So that's phase number 1, and number 2 will be on Tuesday, God's willing. So people that are out there, do not look for any appointment with our sergeant. We have 1 inspector, 1 sergeant, and they're both going to be here on Tuesday, God's willing. So, Sarge, let the people hear your final word for today.
Yeah,
It's me again, Sergeant 17th Commission of the City Police Department. I want to take this opportunity to thank Inspector Chico for having me on that show here today, especially Dr. Secret and Lady G on Hitz FM. I want to make a special appeal to the public. There are laws put into vending. Do not vend in places that is prohibited. Obey the laws. If you all have an issue, I'm right here. Contact me at City Police at 452-2121. I'm always there to hear your views. If you have a problem, you can come to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate that, like we say. I tried having you here before. You could not make it. You never tried. But you are arrested by Sergeant Inspector Chico. So you find yourself there. So Inspector Chico, make sure the warrant of arrest is already out there. Yes. But try to apprehend him on Tuesday to bring him in. Yes. So you...
Yes, I want to say it was nice and a privilege to have the Sergeant here from City Police. The collaboration will continue. I know it's outside there is where the real work happens. And I want you to know, Sergeant, take it to your office, that the police is 100% supportive of the City Police. Because we work together, we are at the same risk. So the collaboration will continue, and hopefully we will bring some form of respect and discipline back into the city.
Okay, thank you very much, Inspector. Now, hear that. Before we leave, somebody, in fact, let us take Chalo thing, and then we will sing Happy Birthday to Sissy.
Yes. Coming from her sister.
Morning. Les bon, dis bon.
All right. All right. So, tout les cas écoutez, mais now we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Sissy, and we go that way. Happy Birthday, Sissy. That's how we go, okay? After a count of 3, 2, 1, let's go. Happy birthday, Sissy. Happy birthday, Sissy. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Sissy. Happy birthday, Sissy. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Bon, Sissy, ma chante ça ba pour hein. Na monte bocage vinn garder pour cheesecake moi avec bouteille red wine. All right?
Mais Befalina fellow halfway this and burn.
Okay, so ça a sorti from CCO Befalina Fléon qui sorti in fact resté en New York et puis Chichi qui en New York avec ses moun en l'Angleterre et puis Spain nous ka dire bien bonjour et merci en pile pour écouter programme là. Bon, nous doit pas encore quitter just là parce que caméra qui ba au sein qui est pour ça quitter. So, nous ka vie à sou ti bagay nou moi dit ti bagay nou oui. Tune in to Hitz FM 92.1, 91.1, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. for Voice Note.
Who do you feel that's going to win that general election?
I cannot predict that.
Why you cannot predict?
I can't predict. I'm not a rocket scientist.
We ask a social, political question. You send your answer as voice note to 489-4781. Share your opinion.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Who do you feel that is going to win that general election?
Red, of course. And it's best they win.
Share your views.
Yellow. And why?
No, because they doing what supposed to be the manifesto. So they doing what they have to do.
What do I say?
That is going to win that general election.
Well, I'm not too sure. It's vice versa, you know.
Listen to your opinion aired on Hitz FM and on our Facebook page. Tune in to Hitz FM 92.1, 91.1, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. for Voice Note. Oh yes, c'est mon ça c'est là nous avons un bout de programme nous. Merci pour tout le monde qui écoute et participer. Avec nous télé police na from depuis aujourd'hui à moi là avec des pour mal pas avec vous avant côté pas supposé vendre. Now it you. Because you turn noir. Yeah, thanks to all those who participated in the program. 92.1 you are tuning in and 91.1 and also you are viewing on channel 124 Underground TV. So we're gonna do it tomorrow, God's willing, on a free up Friday. Oui, merci un pile. Ça qui a coûté 92 points dans notre pays, 91 points dans sous le pays. Et puis vous avez regardé TV en bataille Underground TV. Nous avons fait des messieurs de play à son free up Friday. So Dr. Secret Cadeau, ni une bonne journée. Nous avons fait même côté, même on a même voix, même moi, même si manager sont différents dates. Ouais, c'est coup de pour monsieur Asylum, côté qui a audité. The Breakfast Fest, cabinet. Bye bye, moi c'est là mal encore. Avec Nadou Bépi, c'est demain si t'es blé. Nous allons commencer à sanitiser gauche là. À jouer la main. Bye bye! Moi t'es là, love you to the max. Dr. Secret, ça c'est ça. Yeah.